Liverpool have made an offer to Asensio to move to Anfield. It's also being claimed that AC Milan are another club looking to bring in Asensio. Now that makes so much more sense to me than Liverpool going out to buy Asensio. AC Milan brought in Divock, so obviously they're looking to up their game a little bit by bringing in Big Div. Now there's talk around Asensio, and if you're Marco Asensio and you've constantly told everyone really that if you move, you're going to want to move to play more football, you would probably feel more confident that you're going to get more game time than you would at Liverpool Football Club. So I think it's a better fit for Asensio if he goes to AC Milan. And I don't believe this to be true, that we've made an offer. I was told otherwise, but then again, look, I'm not saying I'm always right on these things. To me, the AC Milan move just makes more sense. So I would say you can put that one to bed. But again, I want to know what you think about it. It's one thing me telling you I'd put it to bed. I want to know what you guys think about it. Asensio, what do you think? Would you take him? Is it realistic? Is it more nonsense? Because I've got to be honest with you, I don't believe anything I read in the Spanish media. Nothing. Because they're very club centric over there. So in England, I don't feel like the English clubs have as many newspapers that are as obviously biased towards English clubs, whereas in Spain, there's a lot of nonsense. Like, there's a lot of bullshit island category stuff going on in the Spanish media. Look back through, I suppose, 1 year and see how many Real Madrid and Barcelona players have been linked to us. Loads of them. But when's the last time you remember us signing one? I can see him in an AC Milan shirt. That's mad, isn't it? Because that does form sometimes part of our opinions, doesn't it, about whether a transfer is true or not. I certainly have visions of certain players in certain shirts. I could never see Mohamed Salah in a Real Madrid shirt, but I could see him in a Barcelona shirt. I could never see Bobby Firmino in a Barcelona shirt, but I could see him in an Atletico Madrid shirt. You know, those kind of ways. Is that just me, or do we all have players like that? GDM says, yes, I kind of would, not going to lie. That's all right, mate. It's an opinion. You're very much entitled to it. I'd rather Gnabry than Asensio, said Connor the Red. He can be quite a short-term midfielder and a long-term Salah replacement. I quite like it, to be fair, but I don't expect it to happen. I don't know if he'd be a Salah replacement. Like, I think there's the potential for Gnabry to put up some decent numbers. I wouldn't personally see that with Asensio. And I think a lot of us are probably looking at a potential Salah replacement and thinking that whoever it is would have to have very similar numbers. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think if you were to take... Oh, God, this sounds so bad. If you were to take away Salah's penalties and move them to Mane, and I can't remember what the number is this season for Salah penalties off the top of my head, or take those and move them to Jota, we probably have another top scorer at the club. You know, we probably view players completely differently if we just take away those penalties from them, or those penalty goals. So for me, whoever comes in to replace Salah doesn't necessarily have to put up 25 Premier League goals in a season to be a success. I'd rather see those goals shifted across 4 different players. So we're not overly reliant on one goal scorer, which I don't think we ever really have been. And another question I have, one of the common threads that I see brought up is that Mohamed Salah can win games on his own. Mohamed Salah has dragged Liverpool kicking and screaming to glory. Genuine question, no hate meant here whatsoever. What are these games he's won on his own? I won't question his goal scoring record. I won't question his assist. I won't question his importance to the team. But this winning shit on his own, I call bullshit on that, because no, I don't think there's anybody on our team that could ever be accused of winning stuff on their own these days. Back in the Stevie G days, absolutely. But now, Suarez even, absolutely. But I don't think any player in this current Liverpool squad wins games on their own. So that's why I don't buy into this. You should be so grateful for having Salah, because without Salah you'd be dog shit. Would we? I don't think we would.